Obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
Lie. No man is obsolete.
It's a cookbook.
Who are we?
I knew they take the bandages off.
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
This lemon sucker here. He's the most suspicious of the bunch.
My name is Talking Tina, and I'm beginning to hate you.
I believe you're going my way.
Live from Willoughby at the heart of the Twilight Zone. Here are your hosts, Alex and Tyler, the prestigiously perfect podcast in which we call The Twilight Zone.
What is up, Nomies? I'm Alex.
And I'm number 12.
Oh, fuck me all up. Welcome to the Twilight Gnome Podcast, a podcast where we discuss an episode of the Twilight Zone at random. This is episode 90, and what episode are we going to be discussing this week, Ty?
This week we have the amazing number 12 looks just like you.
Amazing is a strong word, Tyler.
It's an accurate word.
All right. Season 5, Episode 17, original air date January 24th, 1964. This was written by Charles Beaumont, which I'm going to remind you right now, I still think on your spreadsheets you need to add the writer. Because I'd like to see at the end which writer we liked better, because Charles Beaumont has a lot of really good ones. He has the more darker ones.
Remind me of it, and I'll look up writers and directors, and I'll put that into the spreadsheets to see. Probably more so with writers.
I think the writer. I don't think the director really matters, because there's only there's a lot more.
The directors that made these episodes. Damn, I guess I didn't matter.
Well, speaking of directors, it was directed by Abner Bieberman, who did 4 Twilight Zones. We have done 3 of the 4. I think all but 1 are good. You're probably going to say all but 1, but I think it's going to be a different one. So he did Number 12 Looks Just Like You, The Dummy, I Am the Night, Color Me Black, and The Incredible World of Horace Ford.
I mean, definitely Horace Ford's terrible.
That's not terrible.
I Am the Night, Color Me Black.
I liked Horace Ford better than I Am the Night.
And obviously number 12 is my favorite out of those. And then
I think The Dummy's better than number 12.
No, The Dummy's a really good one, but I'm putting this above The Dummy.
All right, we'll get right into it. Ty, what was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was basically all the different times when she's talking about her dad, like particularly when she's talking about her dad in front of Val, and then also when she's also talking about her dad with Dr. Friend, or whatever his name, Sieg Friend.
My favorite moment was Marilyn's speech to Val about her father.
Yep.
Very good. That one, I had it a little bit lower, and then after that speech, I was like, that was really good. That's got to go make this episode go up a little bit.
Yeah, it really drives the point home, and kind of like it's not just about the appearances and stuff like that, but also about like what you lose when you kind of become part of everyone else, you know.
We have the technology to rebuild it.
Doctor, what have you created?
I am, for all intent and purposes, AI Serling.
So every week I put a prompt into ChatGPT, come up with a Rod Serling style intro for the episode we are watching. And this week it came up with this. Portrait of a young woman, or so she thinks. Submitted for your approval, one young woman named Marilyn, living in a future where beauty comes in 3 convenient models, like humanity sold in small, medium, or number 12. We assure you that this is pure fiction, though every time your phone suggests the same haircut for you and half the planet, we start to wonder. Tonight's tale asks what happens when individuality becomes a manufacturing defect, and the scariest part isn't the surgery, it's how familiar it all feels. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the unsettling, plausible assembly line known as the Twilight Zone.
Nice. You didn't go meta with this one. I liked it, though.
I told it to, but I think with the Facebook ads or whatever like that, it kind of broke the wall.
The one, I'm going to be nitpicky here for a second. It says the 3 options to choose from. There's at least 12 that you can possibly pick up if there's a number 12.
Maybe
that
technically all we see is 2.
Yeah, but why would they number them 8 and 12? If
maybe they discontinued those models.
Oh, they're like, these are other uglier models. Nobody wants these anymore.
It also gave her a first name in the first draft, a last name, and I was like, I don't think it says a last name, so I had to take it.
I mean, obviously her last name is whatever her mom's last name is.
Did it say what it was?
Yeah, her mom kept getting pissed that she was getting called Mrs. I can't remember now. But
I liked how, and then she'd be like, oh, it's Lana. Okay, thanks, Lana. And everyone just kept saying it wrong. All right, we'll get right into questions. Every week, Tyler and I come up with a few questions for each other, keep each other on our toes while watching said episode. I have 3 this week.
I have 4.
All right, go for it then.
All right, my first question, what number did Marilyn's father pick?
17.
Correct.
What year is it?
The future. It's
Rod says it in his intro.
2100.
2000.
Oh, wow. All right.
The far-off future of 2000.
Far off future of the past. All right, my next question, how old do you have to be in order to get the transformation?
19.
Correct.
I guess I only have one more because that number 17 was mine as well. What was the guy pushing the gurney, his name? Remember when she was running out of the room?
Oh, I think it was like a really short name. It was like Oz?
Tom.
Oh, all right. All right, my final two questions. In what incident did Marilyn's father die?
Suicide. Oh, like
Yes, but
they
what
say
was the incident called?
I can't remember.
The Ganymede incident.
I wonder what that entailed.
Maybe they were fighting on a war on Ganymede.
Perhaps, but he committed suicide, so obviously he didn't die that way.
I don't know, maybe he got drafted and, I don't know, or maybe he's working on the icy moon of Ganymede. I don't know.
How do you know it's an icy moon?
Ganymede? It's one of Jupiter's moons.
Oh,
Or Saturn's, one of the two.
maybe it's Uranus.
Ah! And my last question, what three authors does Marilyn first list to Professor Sig?
Shakespeare, Shelley,
Got two.
and Dostoevsky, or what the hell's his name?
Dostoevsky, but she mentions that later. So first she mentions Shakespeare, Keats, and Shelley.
What's Keats done?
No idea.
Well, who's that?
And when I hear Shelley, I think of Frankenstein. But is that the same one?
Maybe, because I noticed in Time Enough at Last.
Yeah,
The
they
Verge
also
did it
mentioned
as well.
Shelley, and I'm like, wow, these people really love Frankenstein.
Right? That's the only thing I know. Unless there's a completely different author that I'm ignorant to.
Yeah, same.
All right, we'll jump right into the plot of this one. We open on two girls sitting in the living room, even though I thought it was a waiting room at first.
I also thought it was a waiting room, and then I literally wrote down in my notes, they're waiting in a waiting room.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I did, and I had to go back.
No, they're actually in their house, I think.
Yep, did the exact same thing. There's a picture of two women kind of above them, a number 8 and a number 12, and the pretty girl's like, which one do you like better, Marilyn? We find out that this is her mother, even though she looks the same age, if not younger. She's like, what's the matter? Don't you seem interested in this? He's like, I remember how excited I was before my operation was done. I finally chose number 12, though. And then the mom asks Marilyn, what are you looking at? And Marilyn has a picture book, and she's like, just looking at pictures of you, Ma, before the surgery. And then it shows it's clearly the same actress as Marilyn, just in a wig.
Yeah, just slightly ugly to down. Another thing the mother mentioned, too, is when she's talking to her daughter, she says patterns that the Bureau sent over, too. So we can already kind of get a hint that this is like more of like a federal mandated sort of thing, or imply that it's maybe not mandated.
It's a force
explicitly, but yeah.
Right. Marilyn is like, am I really that ugly, Mom? And she's like, no, you're not. But after the procedure, you'll be beautiful. Marilyn asks, what if I don't want to get this operation? She's like, I wouldn't have to get this, right? And the mom reassures her that the transformation was the most awesome thing that she could ever happen to her. She says, don't worry, you're just nervous. What you need is a glass of instant smile.
I liked this whole idea of instant smile just being a sort of drug to just numb people and make them just happiness zombies.
Did you ever hear or see the game We Happy Few?
No.
It's a really cool game. So it takes place in the 60s in like a dystopian future in London. And it's after World War II. Everyone got incredibly sad, so they came up with this pill called Joy, and everything's just dreary and really sad, but everyone takes this, and it's like, la, 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 and everything's happy, and you have to try and find solve a mystery.
While on the drugs?
Well, it's the fine balancing act you have to do in the game, because if you just don't take them, everyone will be like, have you taken your joy today? Oh, he hasn't taken his joy.
Oh, that sounds very familiar. I think I have heard
of it. I have it. You should play it. It's really good.
But it also just kind of reminds me of like just I'm sure it was going on even back here in the 60s, but even today, the suburban housewives just loading up on Valium to like try to make themselves happy.
So then a robot comes in, and apparently Lana doesn't like the robots or something. She's like, because the robot
was supposed to be a robot?
I think so.
It had a name
because she says "you people."
I also
so I was like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, she says "you people," but she has a name tag. I didn't think it was a robot.
And she kind of walks robot. I think it's a robot.
Why name a robot?
Why would you not? Every robot has a name. Robbie the robot.
I don't know. I didn't think of it as a robot, but now you're saying that
I'm pretty sure it's a robot.
Yeah, but it was weird when she said "you people." I assumed like there was like a hierarchy of beauty people, like people that chose number 7. Ugh.
And then Rod brings us in.
Given the chance, what young girl wouldn't happily exchange a plain face for a lovely one? What girl could refuse the opportunity to be beautiful? For want of a better estimate, let's call it the year 2000. At any rate, imagine a time in the future when science has developed the means of giving everyone the face and body he dreams of. It may not happen tomorrow, but it happens now, in the Twilight Zone.
Next shot, Marilyn is reading in her living room, and a guy in a cloak comes up behind her. Guess who? Uncle Rick.
You know I don't like you calling me that. Just Rick.
Make me feel old.
Another instance of definitely a whole vanity aspect to this, and like wanting to seem youthful, even though clearly these people are no longer youthful, even though they look it. So
They're most likely like 60 years old.
Yeah, like Uncle Rick doesn't like being called uncle because it makes him sound old, and then the mom doesn't like being called by her last name because it makes her seem old. So there's definitely a lot more than just the physical appearance that we kind of get of these people are very vapid.
Then Uncle Rick says, what's this about you not wanting this transformation, Marilyn? And she's like, well, don't you find me beautiful, Uncle Rick, already? And he's like, doesn't really say anything, just kind of changes this.
Yeah, he teeters around. He's like, no, of course, but you'll be even more beautiful after you get the surgery, Marilyn.
Right. And then it's when Marilyn says, well, isn't being beautiful kind of like being like everybody? It's the same as being nobody. And her uncle's just like, where are you getting all these radical ideas? And then she's like, well, Daddy said. And he's like, your dad was a handsome man. And obviously we find out that her dad and every man in this episode has
everyone
the
picked
exact
number
same
17.
guy.
Yeah. I mean, from a casting standpoint, that's got to be real easy. Like, no, you're just going to play everyone. Don't worry.
Right. And then Marilyn says there's got to be more to life than just electronic soccer and buying clothes. And Uncle Rick is like, you need a glass of instant smile. And Marilyn's like, I don't need instant smile.
Sometimes I don't feel like smiling. Sometimes I want to feel sad. And this just kind of, this is the first kind of instance of that we get of this. Val, obviously, we get it later with Val, but very good writing and acting here all the way around of like, Marilyn's the only one that kind of wants to embrace the full spectrum of emotions and everything like that, and everyone else just kind of wants to be this happiness zombie and
just like keeping up with the Kardashians fucking drone.
And then also like not really thinking deeply about anything too. Like she brings up, isn't there more to life than these like very shallow things like sports? And
it's just like that.
And he's like, no, there isn't. Bring some smile.
I just think of the Simpsons, was it Malibu Stacy? Oh, she can talk now. We've been waiting for years for her to talk. What is she going to say? Don't ask me. I'm just a girl.
And then don't they also like have a hat? And you're like, yeah, but this one has a hat.
Yep. And her uncle's just like, Marilyn, you're a very sick girl. Next shot, Marilyn's sitting on like a ledge thing. I don't know what the hell you'd call that.
Yeah, sitting on her back porch.
And her mom and her best friend Val come. And I'll play some of this because we hear our little interaction between Val and Marilyn.
Don't you think you're being awfully silly?
No. There's no law, is there?
But it isn't as if it hurts or anything. When they did mine, I didn't feel a thing.
I know that.
Well, you like the way I look, don't you?
I like you, Val. We're friends. I liked you before the transformation.
But you're missing the point. It's like getting a new hairstyle or new clothes or something. You just look better.
I'll look like one of those drawings that the Bureau sends over.
But they're all beautiful. What's wrong with that?
It is wrong, Valerie. How will you know me?
Next shot, the mom and Marilyn are at the doctor's office. Some assistant, who's also the same person as the mom, and the doctor is obviously the same guy, because every guy is this same actor.
Also, before we move on to another thing, when Val first comes over too, we get another instance of the mom getting called Mrs., her last name. And again, she has to correct Val, which, assuming Val's also 17 or 8, or I guess she's 19 because she got through this with the surgery, but like she must have known the mom for quite a long time. How is she not already calling her Lana this whole time?
I have no idea. The mom is like, sorry to bother you, doctor. And then the doctor does the Dr. Evil pinky thing, which is very...
Yeah, he has a tendency to keep touching the corner of his mouth.
It's very...
draws you out of the scene because he keeps doing it.
Yeah, but what the hell's the word I'm looking
Noticeable?
for? No, distracting.
Ah, yes.
Very distracting.
But yeah, so the mom's sitting down with the doctor, and before the mom's able to get too many words in edgewise, the doctor just starts to go on this ramble about how ugly and homely Marilyn is, which is the
so
funniest
good.
moment of this episode, really, is he's just kind of laying into her like, yes, of course she wants this
I think
surgery.
Sigmund Freud there does a better roast of her later, but this one is pretty good because he's obviously like, he thinks he's a smart doctor and just, I know exactly what these young girls are thinking. She's thinking, why am I so ugly? Why can't I be pretty like the rest of the girls?
I have terrible skin and acne, and you're just so ugly. Actually, doctor, what we had was that my daughter doesn't want to get the surgery. Oh.
And what? The doctor is like, do you mind if I conduct an experiment on you? And he goes and has her sit in this weird chair.
Puts a clear dish on her head.
Right, and apparently this scans like her IQ or something. The doctor winks at the mom. And then the doctor reads the results, and he's actually kind of shocked. The doctor says, what started her not wanting this procedure? He's like, I see your husband died 5 years ago. Did you ever discuss this with him? And the mom says her dad did end up getting the procedure, and he picked the same number as the doctor, which apparently every man in the world did. Then the doctor says, Marilyn, I understand you loved your father. Did he ever say the transformation is bad? And the wife the mom kind of jumps, my husband had some ideas, but he's not a non-conformist.
He's not a nonconformist. He is a conformist.
Right. But he actually had the highest ratings. He's like, the doctor's like, I need more time, and I'll play some of this.
Your general intelligence rating is quite high. Your social adaptability is good. Your powers of reasoning quite normal.
Then why can't I make up my own mind?
Marilyn, please.
Why can't I? Why are you going to force me to do something that I don't want to do? You can't make me do it, can you? Nobody can make me do it.
No one has ever been forced to take transformation if he didn't want it. You see, the problem is simply to discover why you don't want it.
Bum, bum, bum. The first kind of instance of, yep, she's kind of screwed.
You don't have to get it, but you have to get this.
You have to get this. We just want you to want it, and we're going to make you want it.
Giggity. Next shot, the doctor and Marilyn are walking down a really cold, brutalist-looking hallway. The doctor brings her to a room. There's a guy back too, very menacing. And
he even has a German accent.
Yeah. It's clearly, obviously, the same guy because like I've said, every fucking guy is played by this actor. And we see that he says, I am Professor Sigmund. Dr. Rex told me all about you. He's like, I'm here to help. You get rid of this fear of being afraid of the procedure. Like, why does everyone want to force me to do something I don't want to do? Sigmund says, for your own good. Why else would the state go through so much trouble and expense?
Yeah, he sort of explains that the reason that society is doing this is basically to reduce hate in people. If everyone looks the same, no one can be jealous of each other, and no one will hate each other if everyone is just all uniform.
So, they charge the finest scientific minds with the task of eliminating ugliness in mankind.
But I'm not ugly. I'm not pretty, but I'm not ugly.
But to others you are.
I think that roast is better than the Dr. Rex there or whatever.
No, I think the first roast was pretty good because the other guy goes on longer. Like, this guy's just
being... this just laughs right at her face.
But then after he kind of does this little scene here with Marilyn, Marilyn kind of argues first the doctor is saying it's not just about your looks, it's all about your health and your longevity. This procedure also will make you live for a lot longer time. And to which Marilyn argues, well, you could just make me not you could do the health benefits of it where I don't age and I live longer, but I still retain my original youth and looks.
But then the doctor kind of laughs it off and says, well, someday you might regret that, and when you're 19 you have to, because there's a certain time where the body and the molecules, and he kind of comes up with this bullshit excuse of why it has to be done right now.
It's at this moment then too that Marilyn starts to mention that she's been reading a lot of literature too, to which she mentioned that she read Shelley and Keats and Shakespeare and Dostoevsky or whatever the hell his name is.
Those have been banned for years. And she's like, those men, they wrote about love, the individual. The doctor gets pretty upset, and he's like, the introduction of smut into this interview is not helping your case. Marilyn says, can I go? And Sigmund Freud's just like, yes, I've arranged a room for you, Marilyn. She's like, I don't want to stay here. Why can't I just go home? And she's escorted by a nurse that looks exactly like her mom. And the doctor says, I'm afraid for the time being you must let us decide what's best for you.
Bum, bum, bum.
Next shot, Dr. Rex brings Lana and Val to see Marilyn. She's sleeping. She has a number 8 patch on her uniform, and the doctor says, I gave her a little bit of a sediment.
Sedative.
I
give you some sediment. Here's some dirt.
And the mom's like, is she all right? And Marilyn says, Mother, they're going to make me do it anyway. Dr. Rex was lying. They're going to make me do it. And the mom's just like, I don't understand why you're so upset. And all they want to do is make you pretty, Marilyn. And Marilyn says, that's not true. Remember what Father said, when everyone's beautiful, no one is beautiful, because without ugliness, there can be no beauty.
And it's at this point that her mother leaves the room, but Val stays behind. And Val's very cold-hearted to just nonchalantly be like, I don't get why you're so upset. I mean, your dad's dead. You shouldn't be sad about him being dead.
Obviously, we find out after her speech that it ain't really just a body thing that they change. It kind of seems like they lobotomize you a little bit.
Oh, yes. Definitely you notice it because people's personalities definitely change. And later on, too, though, it's implied when Dr. Rex says we've fixed certain things since the old days. So I'm guessing the older days it was just looks, and then now modern day it's definitely a mental change that they're forcing on people as well.
For sure. And then we get our favorite moment.
And besides, I've heard that your father was pretty dull.
Valerie, stop it! Stop talking about my father. Can't any of you understand? I loved him. I cared about him. He was good and he was kind and he cared about me. Not what I wore, not the way I looked, but what I thought, what I felt. And what's more important, he cared about himself and his dignity as a human being. Valerie, he didn't die in the Ganymede incident. My father killed himself because when they took away his identity, he had no reason to go on living.
I just don't understand you, Marilyn.
Valerie, can't you feel anything?
Well, of course, silly. I feel good.
At this point where it starts getting kind of scary.
Yeah, very zombie human body snatcher sort of thing.
And Marilyn realizes this and she's like, oh my, you can't understand. And she kind of just breaks down and cries. The next shot, Marilyn's walking through the hallway. She's trying to make her escape.
She ripped off her number 8 that was on her shirt and balled it up into her fist.
She runs through the corridors. She sees a woman that looks exactly like her mom on a gurney and a doctor who looks exactly like all the other guys. And kind of just gives them a creepy smile and goes about their business. So, like, definitely everyone is very kind of zombified.
Oh, definitely.
She sees a door at the end of the hallway, but backs into another one. And, of course, Dr. Rex and a nurse are there, and they're in their surgical gear. And they're like, oh, we've been expecting you, Marilyn. Oh, look, she chose number 8 because she's holding the number 8 in her hand. A plastic mold thing comes down from the ceiling. Next shot, Lana and Val are in the hallway, and the doctor comes out and he was like, it was a complete success.
And the mother's like, I was just so worried. She was so upset before. And that's when we get the line from Dr. Rex, and he says, we've improved methods since the old days, which I took to definitely mean that in the old days it was just more of a physical change, but now they're doing a lot more mental stuff to like kind of null them or lull them into like this sort of placated state.
For sure. And then Marilyn comes out, and she's like, look at me. Do you think I'm beautiful? And she looks exactly like Val. Marilyn goes up to a mirror, and she's like, and the best part of all, Val, is I look just like you. Very somber ending.
Yeah. Remember when you were hating on this because you thought she actively chose to look like that? Like,
I will admit that this is definitely better than I remember. And then Rod takes us out.
Portrait of a young lady in love. With herself. Improbable? Perhaps. But in an age of plastic surgery, bodybuilding, and an infinity of cosmetics, let us hesitate to say impossible. These and other strange blessings may be waiting in the future, which, after all, is the Twilight Zone.
And that's our episode, Tyler. What'd you learn?
Plastic surgery is a plot by the government for conformity.
Quite possibly. I guess we can go in. You want to get into it now? Like,
get into ratings?
No, well, before that, about plastic surgery and looks like, what is, was it, who's the Jenner mom there?
I have no idea.
Who's the mom? What's her name?
There's Kylie and Caitlyn and...
Kenner? Who's the mom?
I don't know. I don't.
Anyway,
watch
have
that
you
show.
seen like she looks like a different? It's like she looks younger than her daughters now.
No, I thought you were going to bring up
Kelly
the
Osbourne?
girl from. No, I haven't seen.
She looks
her.
like she has a new face. That's like not even the same human.
I was going to say kind of the opposite, where someone had a lot of plastic surgery, and I think they took a lot of it away with the girl from Baywatch there, Pamela Anderson. Didn't she like remove some of her?
I don't think so. I think that she just decided to
like stop
just
maintaining
age
the-
naturally.
Yeah.
In which I kind of respect more than like looking like a completely different person. Like you just put a new head on someone's shoulder. It's actually really creepy. It's very like this episode.
It is, and especially like if it gets botched, then it just looks even more creepy, and you got like Michael Jackson's nose and shit.
All right, we will jump right into rating. So IMDb currently has this at an 8.1 out of 10. Even in just doing the review, I've gone up another 0.5%.
Nice.
Or another half thing.
Yeah.
I'm still afraid of what you're going to give it.
Well,
Don't do it.
You go first because you're gonna have the lower one.
All right, I'm giving this an 8.5.
All right.
This is a very good episode. Obviously, the message is very good. The world building kind of could do some more, and the acting's pretty decent. It's really the girl that plays Marilyn that's the best actor. Everyone else, like that guy, kind of sucks ass.
Yeah, but I mean, Marilyn's acting, especially the one scene that we both love where she's talking with Valerie, and she even does like the voice crack of like, Val, don't you feel anything? Like, it really shines through.
It is very good. All right, what are you giving it?
I'm giving this a 9.5.
Oh, all right.
Almost a 10, but not quite for me. But clear, poignant moral, very Twilight Zone-y feel. It's scary because it could be the future, a world of conformists with vapid, drugged-up happiness zombies, and it is thrilling. It's kind of scary and spooky in parts. The fear of like the society that makes her want to get this operation, and then the powerlessness and the inescapable pressure to conform. I mean, it's morals great, acting's really good, Twilight Zone feel, just it hits all the points for me.
Who are they? Where are they? What are they? Let's find out together in the Twilight Gnome presents Inside the Twilight Zone.
All right, so this week we have Colin Wilcox Paxton. She played Marilyn. She was in To Kill a Mockingbird, Jaws 2, and lots of TV from 1957 to 1998. But
was she Scout in To Kill a Mockingbird?
I don't remember. I've never seen To Kill a Mockingbird. But
I think age-wise that'd probably line up.
But nothing that really jumped out to me from her IMDb page. Then we have Richard Long. He played Uncle Rick, the Doctor, every single guy in this. He was in The House on Haunted Hill, 2 Twilight Zone episodes, and now we've completed his resume. Have you known where we've seen him?
I thought he was in the one where he wakes up and he can't remember.
Yes, Person or Persons Unknown.
Person or Persons Unknown. Okay.
Yep.
There was another one that you
said.
said.
There was one that had the guy that played the Major that you thought was him, but it wasn't him. I can't remember what episode that was, but it's not Person or Persons Unknown.
But that one also looked like him.
That was one that we just did recently. I feel like I can't remember off the top of my head, but we just did. He was playing a doctor. He played the Doctor in that.
Oh,
one.
it was not Little People, but
a miniature. Yes, he played the Doctor in Miniature.
Yeah,
not
this guy.
This guy, yes. He was in lots of movies in the 40s, and then moved over to TV in the 1950 to 1974, but actually died of a heart attack at the age of 47. Then we have Pamela Austin. She played Valerie. She is still alive. She was in a bunch of Elvis movies, Kissin' Cousins, Blue Hawaii.
Elvis has a movie called Kissing Cousins.
Unfortunately, I love Elvis, but if you look into a lot of his stuff, it gets creepy. I think he married a 13-year-old. I think Priscilla was very underage when they got married.
Oh,
yeah. She has 34 credits, pretty much all on TV from the 60s to the 80s. This is based on Charles Beaumont's short story, The Beautiful People. All the characters are named after conventionally beautiful people, movie stars of that time. The Dr. Evil Pinky thing is likely based on this episode. I don't know where they got that from, but...
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe. This, obviously, Rod says, takes place around 2000. The corridor set is also used in the episode The Long Morrow, and there's actually a metal band with the same name. Number 12 looks just like you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The device that they placed on top of her head was also used in the episode Still Valley. Valley of the Shadow. In total, this episode cost $54,404. The director received $1,500, which I think is right for season 5. And then the cast received $7,312.
What'd you say your name was?
What's in a name, Mr. Benedict, really? A mere question of semantics. Just language. A mere stretch of words.
So every week, Tyler and I come up with a few alternative titles to the episodes we are watching. You can do so as well if you want to comment down below for next week's episode, which you'll learn about in a few minutes. But I have 4 this week.
I have 5.
All right. I got the dog-faced woman debacle.
I have the dull debacle.
Dr. Evil debacle.
I have conformity is key.
I have love is blind.
I have the vapid veneer.
I have the death of love.
I have a glass of instant smile. And for my last one, I changed it up slightly. Number 8 looks just like you. I think that would make a lot more sense than number 12, where she ends up going with number 8.
It sounds better with 12, but...
Then they could have changed the numbers in the episode. I don't know.
What about switcheroos? I only have 1 switcheroo.
I think I have 5 if I'm counting right.
I'll go first. Eye of the Beholder would
Yes.
be pretty much the only one I thought would be a worthy one.
Yep, I had that one. I also have What You Need, Persons or Persons Unknown, The Trade-Ins, and it's a slight switcheroo, but in her image.
Yeah. You are now about to penetrate the Twilight Zone.
So every now and again, if we have a worthy porno parody title name, we will do so. I have 2 this week, kind of varying things, but here's one that's I have number 2 right on you would be a German Scheiser movie.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And then I have 12-inch cock looks good on you.
Yeah, I like the number 2. That's a funny one.
Number 2 right on you.
Oh, it may be better, it may be worse. The Twilight Zone did it first.
All right, so I got a couple here for you, different references. Starting us off, obviously, the episode Eye of the Beholder from a earlier season of The Twilight Zone obviously has a lot of very similar themes with the forced conformity and idealized beauty. Hard to not draw a little parallel between those two. But in terms of more recent things, we got 1997's movie Gattaca, where society is engineered. Basically, when your baby before they're born, you can kind of like genetically engineer them to kind of be like perfect and like not get sick and all that other stuff. And people that didn't have that stuff happen to them are kind of like treated like second-class citizens and stuff. Then you also have the 2002 movie Equilibrium, where a dystopian society suppresses individuality and emotions, where they're kind of forced to take drugs to neutralize their emotions, very similar to the instant smile.
It hurts so bad they need to take drugs.
And then like the citizens wear very nearly identical minimalist clothing, so again, very similar with this kind of future where everyone's in a weird jumpsuit sort of thing. Then you have a couple books, too. You have 1993's The Giver by Lois Lowry, where about strong social norms, kind of erase individuality. Everyone follows strict rules about their clothing and hair and appearances. And then I think this one's going to be the most spot-on one. There is a book series from 2005 called Uglies by Scott Westerfield, which is set in a futuristic post-scarcity world in which everyone is considered an ugly until they are turned pretty by an extreme cosmetic surgery that they get when they turn 16. So very, very similar to this episode here. I'm sure whoever wrote that was probably at least inspired in some part by this.
All right, so every week Tyler picks the episodes, and he does so by showing me an AI-generated picture. I play a little game where I have to guess what it is. Now, that was our final of our regular format, correct?
Yep, so the next 5 will be
Death or Other.
Death Other again.
All right. I have honestly no idea.
All right, ready?
Yep. All right. I get the titles mixed up all the time. That one is A World of His Own.
No.
That one's A World of Difference.
Correct.
Damn it. They both have fucking world in
They
there.
are. I know. I keep getting. I had to look it up too. I was like,
Was that the first time you'd watched that one?
No, because this is season 1. I'd seen it before, but
it's cool though, ain't it?
It's fine.
I think it was pretty cool. It was neat.
It was an okay episode.
I think they're neat. All right.
I just think they're neat.
So this one is
season 1.
No, what's the title?
A World of Difference.
A World of Difference. All right. I always get that one and A World of His Own mixed up. A World of Difference. I like this one a lot. And
to make it more confusing, they're both season 1 too.
Right. All right. Be there or be square. It's not going to be one you want to miss. That's an awesome episode. A little bit of housekeeping here. If you guys could please continue to like and subscribe on the YouTube page, that would mean the world to us. As you may know, we are trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. Maybe possible, but fingers crossed. Christmas miracle. Also, if you are listening to this, go over and watch our top 10 most heartwarming episodes of The Twilight Zone. We're dropping that one for right around the Christmas time. A little bit of joy. There's actually quite a few little heartwarming episodes in The Twilight Zone. If you need to get a hold of us for any other reason, you can email us at twilightgnome59@gmail.com. And if you guys want to leave any comments on any of the polls or anything, please leave them and we will read them on the air. We love hearing from you guys. And speaking of polls, Tyler's dropping his every Tuesday. And what is it this week?
Yes, this week is which Twilight Zone dystopian future do you think is most likely to happen? Looks like right now with 50% of the votes, it's machines replacing humans.
All right. My final question for you, Tyler. If you could look like anyone in the world, who would you look like?
Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say
Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
No, that'd be a bad choice too.
Racist.
Let's go with. Oh my God, why can't I think of any people? I can't think of any actors. Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Why?
Oh, he's cool looking.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like tall actors. I guess you don't really know how tall they are. Yeah, I guess Mark Wahlberg. Or maybe The Rock. He looks pretty cool.
All right. Pretty decent.
I don't know. Who you picking?
Probably either Leonardo DiCaprio or Kiefer Sutherland from The Lost Boys.
Do you look like him when he was in The Lost Boys? Or
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I don't want
to look like 60-year-old Kiefer Sutherland. I want to look like 1987 Kiefer Sutherland.
Don't want to look like his dad, Donald Sutherland.
No, but I mean, I don't know. A lot of handsome fellows I would like to look like. I don't know.
Also, when you're picking Leonardo DiCaprio, going back to like Titanic days, or are you picking like The Revenant?
Either one. I don't know. He's a handsome dude. I'd be Leo.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh. All right.
Kind of pudgy.
Yeah, all right. All right. Who would you guys turn into if you could be anyone? Would you turn into Rod?
Yeah, be a pretty cool one. I don't think I would, though.
All right. Well, until then, Ty, what do you have to say to our dear, dear Gnomies out there?
Thank you all for stepping in the Twilight Gnome with us.
It's 4 o'clock, the howling man is gone.